Okay, my name is Umaru Jallo. I'm originally from Sierra Leone. People around here call me Omi. Um, I've been with Camp DeWolfe for 7 years now. And I first heard about Camp DeWolfe in 2003 in Guinea, Conakry in West Africa, where I was a refugee. And I was actually also a teacher at a refugee school. I heard about the camp from Lisa Kimball, who used to teach West African drumming at Camp DeWolfe. And she was the one who introduced me to Kathleen, the camp director, who expressed interest, or rather, Lisa was the one who asked Kathleen to hire me, and then told me by email that, would you like to work at a camp? Now, being a refugee and having lived in a camp, in a refugee camp for years and years and years, I was, first of all, at first I was a little skeptical because I didn't want anything to do with camps any longer because, in my opinion, I've just moved out of a refugee camp. I'm living in a city. I got a job. Refugee camps and whatever camps was nothing I wanted to do. I didn't want anything to do with camps. But I was surprised when I arrived. It was not a refugee camp, and it was a camp for all kinds of people. People from China, all over the world over. I can't even name the countries right now. And the other thing I thought was completely new to me was that the camp was very all-embracing, and I worked as a counselor and also as a challenge course teacher actually, and that was my aha moment with camp, because it just dawned on me that this is what I should do for the best part of my life, just because I felt that there is a way to touch people, kids especially, through the ministry of camps. And Camp DeWolfe especially because it was just, I just felt very welcome from the very beginning. And having visited other camps, I'm not trying to compare or whatever, but having visited other places, I see that Camp DeWolfe is more like, it has a human touch to it, in my opinion, than just a business center or whatever. And so, going back to the story, I kept going back to Africa every year and to teach at the school. And I brought back these techniques that I learned at Camp DeWolfe to the school in Africa, to the refugee school. And that's when also I kind of confirmed that whatever I could learn at Camp DeWolfe could definitely be adaptable in Africa. It's just not enough America or Camp DeWolfe specific ideas. And for example, I brought back challenge course activities like ice breaking, but trust building especially, because most of the kids I had worked with came from very poor and very traumatic conditions. But having used the techniques that I learned with Camp DeWolfe with conflict resolution, it was just like bingo. So I said, well, I can help but come back every year. And in fact, I'm going to try and get an internship with the camp. I got the internship and spent 18 months working and learning from Kathleen and Jeff, Jeff is the naturalist at the camp. He's still there. And upon completion of that program, I applied to school because now it would be great to be an outdoors educator, but it's also important that you have the credentials, you have a degree. I didn't have a degree because I left my village just when I had finished high school, running, with no shoes. So basically, literally, I'm still on the run because, is it 17 years now? I still haven't gone back. So for me, it's like a marathon, which I still am running. Through Kathleen and camp director and Dick and a lot of other people, I was able to get into community college to do the same thing. I just didn't want to change, no matter what. I took education and finished, I think it was 3 years ago, finished, and got into another university, a bigger university. A university at last, and Columbia University, of course, in New York City. I just completed my first semester, and still education is my goal, with the hope of getting into teachers college to do actually outdoor education and science and basically outdoor education. I would say, and I'm also taking anthropology and African studies just because I want to like specifically work with children at camps and help train their teachers. Because in my opinion, that's the future, and I don't think there's any better way of doing that than doing it through outdoor education, experiential, hands-on. But especially the respect that I've been shown at Camp DeWolfe is really gets me emotional sometimes because it's just incredible, it's just amazing.